Today we are going to be learning how to write an informational or explanatory paragraph. So by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to write a paragraph to explain a topic to your reader. Whenever a writer is writing, the whole point is so that someone reads it. And so our purpose for why we write is what makes the type of writing that we do. So last time we were writing together, we wrote to summarize text, and we learned that a summary is a shorter version of a longer text and that it tells the main idea and key details from the text. So I'm going to show you how we take that learning and build from it to create an informative or explanatory piece where our purpose is to inform or explain. So some key terms that you need to know is topic sentence. A topic sentence is your essential idea or your main idea about the topic. Evidence, you need to know evidence is what the text says about a topic. Elaboration is how you explain how your evidence proves the point that you're making. The source is where you get your information from. And your concluding statement is how you wrap up your paragraph. You reinforce your essential idea, or you restate your topic sentence, in other words. So just like we learned the recipe for a summary, the recipe for an informational paragraph is we start with the topic statement, then we add evidence and elaboration, we add another piece of evidence and elaboration, and we conclude. Remember that whenever we have Cornell notes, and if Ms. Nicholas provides us with the information on the Cornell notes, we take a second to make this learning ours. So if you need to underline, highlight, circle, pause the video and take some time to make these notes yours. So remember that the last time we wrote, we learned how to write a summary, and we started with our topic statement. We took information from the first text or the first section and wrote the main idea. Then we took the second main idea and third main idea, and we concluded again. We'll notice that in our informational writing, we have a topic statement and a concluding statement still. So if you look at handout 6G, you see we still have a topic statement. So I want you to remember that the topic statement and the concluding statement are the same. They are like this sandwich. Remember, whenever we are writing an informative or explanatory paragraph, that our job or our purpose is to inform or explain. That means we are knowledgeable about the topic. Whatever the topic is, we're writing about it because we know information about it. Remember, the topic is the subject or what the paragraph is about. So when you're writing, you will have a topic or a subject for your writing. You're going to share an idea and restate your main idea at the end. Then you're going to have 2 points that you're going to say about your main idea. And so this will come from your first point. This will come from your second point. You can always have, you can also, just like in our summary, have 3 points as well. So take your blue highlighter. And then your pink. In just a second, I'm going to show you how we put this together. But first, I want to explain the topic statement a little closer. Because we are writing an informative or explanatory paragraph, we need our topic statement to It's really important that it tells my main idea. What am I going to say about my topic? It should also have my points. So it's going to include my points. And it should answer the prompt question. So we have planned for an informative question. So here is our prompt. The prompt is the question that we're answering. So here's our prompt. How did the Nez Perce homeland shape or sustain this aspect of Nez Perce lifestyle or culture? So when I start to write, I know that my topic statement has to restate this question in the answer. So I'm going to highlight this because this has to be a part of my introduction. Then I'm going to add evidence and elaboration from my first point. So this will be my first thing I talk about. And this will be the second thing I talk about. So if I look at my recipe, I'm going to write about this, then this, then this, and restate this. So are you ready to write? Go ahead and take a second and decide, based on the recipe, what you're going to write about in which order. All right, so I have to start with my topic statement, and I remember my topic statement has to answer this question, and it has to bring up my 2 points. So I'm going to say, pause the video while you think about a topic statement. So my first sentence, I know that I need to indent, and I wrote my topic sentence. Your topic sentence might have been something very similar, and you might have said the Nez Perce homeland shaped there, and then you wrote your aspect of culture. Now the next thing that comes in my recipe is my evidence and elaboration from my first point. So here's my first point. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to write my point. I'm going to add the evidence. And if I add evidence that's straight from the text, I'm going to put quotes and I'm going to say where I got it from. And then I'm going to write my elaboration. So after our topic statement comes our evidence and elaboration from our first points. So I wrote, the land was the setting for the stories the Nez Perce shared. The Nez Perce told a story of creation when Coyote defeated a monster, cut it into pieces, and scattered it throughout Idaho. The homeland was so important to them, they told stories of how it came to be. They shared these stories to share their beliefs and values. Take a second to write your evidence and elaboration from your first point. So after the blue, we need our pink, or our evidence and elaboration from our second point. So, the Nez Perce had a close spiritual connection with the land. Then before I put a quote from the text, I like to write a transition. So I wrote, the text states, the Nimipu belief system honors the environment. Now my elaboration. The homeland was so important to the Nez Perce, they shaped their religion around taking care of the land and honoring it. Now we have to wrap up our essay. We wrap up our essay with a concluding statement by reinforcing our essential idea. We remember that we used or restated the question in our answer, or in our topic statement. So it is just another way we are saying our main idea. The Nez Perce land shaped their system of beliefs and other aspect of culture. So yours might say the Nez Perce land shaped their blank, their food and drink, their clothing, their shelter, and other aspects of culture. So take a second and wrap it up. Now, all good readers go back and edit or reread their writing. I know this is something I'm not very good at, but we need to go back and make sure, because sometimes we write and don't think as we're writing. So we need to read our whole sentence, our whole paragraph, and make sure that it makes sense. Maybe as I'm reading, I notice I say the, or the Nez Perce a bunch. I can restate the word. If you see, here's the Nez Perce, the Nez Perce, the Nez Perce. How could I use a different word to say that? I could say this Native American group and replace the Nez Perce, so I don't keep saying that. The Nez Perce homeland shaped their cultural beliefs, values, and religion. The land was the setting for the stories they shared. This Native American group told a story of creation when Coyote defeated a monster, cut it into pieces, and scattered it throughout Idaho. This land was so important to them, they told stories of how it came to be. They shared these stories to share their beliefs and values. The Nez Perce had a close connection with the land. The text states the Nimipu belief system honors the environment. The homeland was so important to the Nez Perce, they shaped their religion around taking care of the land and honoring it. The Nez Perce land, I could say this homeland, their homeland, I like that. Their homeland shaped their system of beliefs and other aspects of culture. Take some time to edit your paragraph. Ask some simple questions. Does this teach about a topic? Does it explain my topic well? Is it organized? Edit your paragraph now.